I want to look at another tool in the rhythm guitar toolbox here in the basic curriculum, and it's one we're going to call strum embellishment. Based on the boom chuck concept, we're just connecting bar to bar with boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Strum embellishment means we're going to do more with the picking hand. We're going to add some strums. And so to understand this tool more, it allows us to kind of dip back into our flow concept and recognize, again, we are ultimately moving down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. When I'm moving down, I have to move up, and we are literally physically connected to the flow of eighth notes. And so this strum embellishment basically invites that upstroke into the boom chuck experience, and it would sound like something like this. So here's clear boom chuck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So if I add the upstroke, it's going to do something like this. Now that's a lot of them. I can use less. This one may feel a little more settled. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and verses 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Right, so one of the things you may notice about it is it kind of gives a little different energy to the bar versus just, but there's nothing wrong with that space. That is completely correct. And just because I'm embellishing the strum, adding more strums, doesn't make it necessarily any more potentially correct in the context of a song. But it is, as we use this tool and want to really understand why we would use this, it gives us kind of a lift in energy. It's more activity. We can look at this as an additive for dynamics, where walking bass runs help us move from one chord to the next. The alternating bass with roots and fifths kind of gives a little more interest once we're kind of settled into a chord. These strum embellishments, again, kind of raise a dynamic level here. And the reason that we might use that in a song is usually, and we'll find this really common in bluegrass, and Tony Rice was really great at this, is these sort of moments of embellishment at the end of a phrase. And you'll see me kind of give some examples of this in some of the songs later on. But at first here, I just want to kind of keep talking about some options for variety. So I'm going to run through this exercise again that we've kind of been using here, have a metronome set at 75 beats a minute. And what I'm going to do the first time through, because we recognize too the eighth notes help define swing, I'm going to play the first time through with straight eights, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the second time through with more of a swung eighth pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. But it's the same chords, the same tempo, but we're going to get two different feels. So here's this exercise at 75 beats a minute. 1, 2, ready, play. So hopefully you notice, again, that's part of one of the reasons why we talk about straight and swing, because we really want that to be identifiable and noticeable. And hopefully as you're listening, you notice those two different feels. And again, that's just important to understand as we populate this toolbox with these tools that those options matter. And so once we get into examining songs and your playing of songs, listen for the end of a phrase, and maybe that's an opportunity to add one of those strum embellishments. If you're in a jam session, try to recognize, is this song swinging more, or is it kind of more of a straight eighth pattern? A lot of times in bluegrass rhythm, more of those hard driving bluegrass songs are more straight. A fiddle tune with more of kind of a dancing energy will be swinging a little more. And again, just as to the core job of the rhythm players to support all that. So as we add these embellishments and these dynamics and kind of help define the space between phrases with these strum embellishments, we're really doing a lot to honor the song and honor the moment. But at least with these exercises, let's keep encouraging practice with a lot of variety with key centers, different tempos, again, feels. Try this with a waltz, 4/4 timing. Just as many different ways as you can think to do it. There's not, one specific exercise to master around here, but this tool and this concept to apply in as many different ways as we can. So stay in touch.